potential of delays because of the pilot strikes. Were you informed? How is your travel going this morning?
Did you recently book a flight with FlySafair and had your flight cancelled or rescheduled at the last minute without any explanation? Here is what was going on.
More than 200 FlySafair pilots are set to embark on a 2-week strike from tomorrow. Trade Union Solidarity says this comes after giving the employer a notice to strike following a deadlock in wage negotiations.
According to the South African, the strike notice came after 3 months of private negotiations between the trade union management and FlySafair. In the meeting before the notice, Solidarity rejected a 5.7% salary increase.
Are you able to tell us what the offer was and why your members rejected it?
I think the main concerns from our side regarding the offer is that the offer in terms of the rostering system had no meaningful commitments. The offer was vague and it doesn't set proper rules where pilots have actual input into the rostering system to address their concerns. They basically proposed a committee, for example, where some pilot representatives would serve on. But we've had these committees over the last 6 months, and essentially they don't have any power.
Kibbe Gordon, Chief Marketing Officer of FlySafair, denied Solidarity's claim of a roster that disrupts the work-life balance of pilots.
I think to address a couple of those concerns, first of all, the protections that are in place for the pilot, which were mentioned by Helgard, are all very much in place. The basic conditions of employment certainly do apply to these employees. Equally, there are South African civil aviation laws and regulations that are in place that limit the numbers of hours and the operational requirements that the pilots are subject to. And of course, they do all have contracts with the company as well that put those protections in place.
Remember that the salary negotiations started in April 2025. Back then, African Pilots, an aviation magazine, reported that FlySafair had lost a lot of pilots due to poor pay and management. The schedule was said to be only good for profit. Gordon denied the schedule was negatively affecting the lives of pilots, claiming it is in alignment with global standards. In another article, News 24 reported that pilots were getting their work done regardless, with an arrival rate of just under 94%, 99.86% uncancelled flights, and 93.82% of all flights arriving on schedule. FlySafair is responsible for 60% of South African domestic flights, meaning 6 out of every 10 air travelers were at risk of being affected by the strike. The strike lasted for 2 weeks. Through the mediation of Commission for Conciliation, Mediation and Arbitration, CCMA, the strike came to an end on August 1. The agreed upon offer was at least one 60-hour week off during a 6-week cycle, with a minimum of 9 weekends off. Pilots are allowed to exchange flights among themselves. Salaries will increase with 6%, 6.5%, 6.8% and 6.9% over the next 4 years. And this was why your FlySafair flight was cancelled or rescheduled.